right, it's the Chief Bonding with Board Games. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so I can see the chats when they come in. That should do it. And I'm going to kill a little bit of time. I'll have a little video trailer, a little timer clicking off. So people are just now getting the announcement, and I will pause and not talk about the cards yet. You can see some of the cards here. I'm going to do two quick hitters. This one, I peeked in my quick hitter box, and I was like, why does that look like it's spilling or something? The lid was a little loose, and I think it was evaporating. So I have no idea what these are, typical art style quick hitter, but I grabbed that one in particular because I was like, woo, escaping vapors. Let me see here. So all right. Ooh, we already got several folks in. Very nice. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll say that like 3 times during this episode. I'm going to put one out here. We'll slide one in the middle, and then boom, we'll pop one in at the end. Go Habs. This is what I'm going to do as these come in. And boom, hello from Montreal. We got Spencer's in. All right, sweet. So Scott is on the road. He's actually coming back today, but I wanted to get some information out on the cards. Hello from Calgary, Watchman 999. I almost threw an extra 9 in there. It was almost like 99. There you go. Hey, Luis Sanchez is in. I got back and well again. Beautiful. What do we got here? Ola Barto. Look at that. Talking like Shane, the funeral singer. Singing? Wow, look at this. You guys are all flying in. Hello from Brooklyn. What do we got? Hello, folks. Go Leafs, go. What are you talking about? Fall? Can't be a hockey reference. What do we got? Scotty Harrison is in. What is Sugar Cookie saying now? Okay, yeah, all right, back. Let's see, where's the Go Leafs? We'll leave the Go Leafs on for now. Oh, I double clicked it off. So very cool. So my laptop had crashed, but all I ever used was Chrome for the lives. And I was looking at all these options. It didn't really crash. It gave me some weird syncing thing isn't happening, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I just want a cheap Chromebook, and it starts right away, but it's got a little bit of a small screen. I will come back to some of the folks. Let me see. We'll come back remembering hello, Kitty. So I may not see your comments, but I will come back to them in a bit. I'll be playing with that screen because what I did was zoom it in, baby. Zoom it in. So again, happy Thanksgiving. Let's start with the one that has a little bit of spillage. Look at that. It's not really spillage, but I can't read it, but it was open. I was like, what's going on with that? And lid was loose. So it became today's first quick hitter. Boom, Scott is on the road. So I will be seeing him later today. But the reason for this show, as stated, are the cards. And what I just put out in a message to our Patreon fans, backers, because the cards go out to the Patreon backers, the Patreon crew. I put out a little message saying, hey, please update your addresses, whatever you list. And some people don't want an address in there. That's totally fine too. You don't have to put an address in if you're a Patreon backer. But of course, if you don't have one, we can't get you a card. So, and then we've sent some out in years that we did it, and they've come back as address changed. So I put the message out to all the Patreon backers. And then I thought, you know what? Let me do a little impromptu quick hitter with the reminder of if you're a Patreon backer, or if you want to be, hello, you can get a holiday/Christmas card from the dummies. And this year, it's actually a postcard. Now, my friendly lady at the postcard, or at the postcard store, the USPS said, hey, bring that postcard in because it has to literally be 4x6. And she had a little chart. She said, before you buy the odd stamps for postcards, bring it in, let me check it. It's a funny photo, folks. I'm not showing it here today. I'm not showing it here because I want you to be surprised. The only folks that are going to get to see it before you is the mail carriers, baby, and the crew all along the way. They're going to be stopping the presses like, what? What is that? Look at that. Is that a guy pushing another guy on a swing set? You got to be kidding me. That's some holiday cheer right there. Or is this a big, tall fella sitting on a little horse? A little tip, I wasn't really sitting on the horse because Big Ed said if you sit on that pony, you're going to break it. So I mock-sitted. But those are two prior funny photos. I couldn't find the one where we're dressed up as like Ma and Pa with the pitchfork, American Gothic. I couldn't find her one of that, or I would have had that displayed here. These are ones from past years, just to give you a flavor of what's to come. So again, if you're a Patreon backer, go make sure you got your address in there. You can put a P.O. box if you want. You don't have to give me your home address. We won't use it for anything else. We're not selling those off address-wise or nothing. But, of course, Patreon has it. So I know some people may not want that. That's fine. But if you got a P.O. box, we'll send it there. Work address, send it there. If you don't want one, we won't send one to you. If you want one and you're not a Patreon backer, it's as low as $1 a month, folks. $1 a month. Who can't do $1 a month? Come on. All right. So I have no idea what this is. You guys know the rules, but I always explain it to you anyway because we might have a new viewer. Scott makes fun of me for that. Ooh, it's like a woody. Ooh, but a woody. Ooh, I got a little malt. What was that? I was going to say bourbon with wood, and then I got a maltiness. I hate when these get confusing because the maltiness will make the little saliva glands go crazy down there. And I was about ready, and I didn't get any water ready either. Whew, sometimes water will open it up. Okay, now I'm not getting it. So we're going to go. Oh, don't fall. I will come back to the comments. I'll do those in phases too. Happy Thanksgiving to all those folks that are in a place that partakes in the Thanksgiving, in the giving of thanks. Okay. Yeah, I would say, I got to make sure, where did I put that? Oh, I shoved it off too far here. I get a strong oak, dry wood finish. Now I'm getting a caramel corn. So I'm definitely thinking this is a bourbon. This is an American whiskey. I think there might be a little malt in the mash bill, but now I'm just talking crazy because I don't know. It feels like a lower ABV, 43% maybe. Now this was the one that was, goodness, that was open. So I could have changed it. Some of that alcohol could have kind of evaporated off. But yeah, still strong oak on the forefront, which is different. Candy corn, not too sweet though, a little dry on the finish. So I'm calling this some kind of American bourbon. And oh my goodness, this says, gosh, what is that? Canadian whiskey? Wait. No. I can't even read it because we've got J.P. Weiser's 23. Gosh, sorry, it's bled here a little bit. I thought it says 23, but the proof is 69.3%. Okay, J.P. Weiser's. I don't know what that's saying. 23 year? Yes, YR. Okay, 23 year. Wow, 23 year. Huh. Well, definitely doesn't taste like it's that high proof. Again, unless some of that alcohol is evaporated off. I'm nowhere near thinking 69. Woo. But sometimes when you do a quick hitter, it looks stupid. At least I do. And that's fine because you've seen my shirts, you've seen my hats, and you've seen me on a little pony. Sorry, the pony's over here. You see me on a little pony, you see me being pushed on a swing. We're going to come to whatever this other one is here. So we got J.P. Weiser's 23, or did I say 24? 23. Whew, with a high proof. Again, I'm going to claim some of that alcohol is evaporated off. At least that's my excuse. All right, I stopped at Sugar Cookie. Sorry, Sugar Kitty. Sugar Kitty saying meow. Canadian Chris. Let's pop in here. Hello, Bart. Are you going to test it? Good call. I should have said that. I forgot. Thank you, Canadian Chris. That's still one of the most divisive things of the show. Some people come on, say, hey, love the content, hate the screaming, quit screaming, hate it. Yet they commented, but they hate it. I get it. I get it. It can be a little verbose and over the top. Eric, the sniper. Personally, I think there isn't enough banjo in most Christmas music these days. The sniper strikes again, baby. The sniper strikes again. So Sugar Kitty, I keep wanting to say cookie, Sugar Cookie. I got cookies on the mind, Sugar. Go Flyers. All right, we're going to go through a few more of these. We'll see how many have racked up. We're going to a lot of talk about the leaves falling or something. Better than a smoky malt. All right, let's see. We've got more Canadian talk here from Calgary. Look at all you Canadians coming on in. Love it. You guys are so nice. I've got a couple Canadian buddies that I got to meet via board games. And maybe it's just the board gaming Canadians, but you guys are friendly. You're very nice people. I've yet to meet a mean Canadian. I'm sure they're out there. I know there's probably some mean Canadians. But every time I run into them, it's just friendly tone and friendly demeanor. So I'll let you know if on the streets I ever run into a mean Canadian. What? Happy freaking Sunday, all. Woo. Hold on. Here's Hemp Hill. 2 weddings of daughters this year. 2 broke to move now. Woo, I can imagine. I've got 2 sons, so lucky there, maybe. Hope you're doing well. There's some crosstalk. Wow, let me come in. We're not going to shout it out, but let me dump a little something here. Let me boom. All right, let me block that one user there. Okay, looks like it's barely working as I did it. I don't know if it blocked it or not. Hold on, let me also try timeout. There we go. That at least seemed to work. It's hard doing this on a little smaller screen. Canadian Chris. Again, a little crosstalk. Windsor, Ontario here. Flames are my team since Peplinski. I'm assuming that's a player. Sounds like a nice Polish fella. I don't watch that much hockey, but nothing against it. Let's see. Again, there's some crosstalk here. The sniper pops back in. Spammers here tonight. Yes, the sniper on duty. Good. Yeah, hit the spammers. If you can flag them. I don't know if we got you in with flagging abilities or not. Again, that's fine. A little cross chat. We're going to keep going. Hemp Hill. Just like as long as we can talk about my son got married in October. Still cost us plenty. And but it was a great celebration. Cheers, my friend. We got Mark coming in here. Good timing. Just put up some Christmas lights. Sweet. I don't like doing that. I get in trouble from my +1, my spouse, because I don't like doing it. And I told her I will fall off the ladder. Some of you know my history of mistakes. Caught the yard on fire. So no need to do something around Christmas where it turns into a Christmas vacation story. Whoops, I just did a whole bunch of jumping here. There we go. I'm back on track. Okay. Love the show. Here's Raster. Raster's been around a long time. Love the show. Love the whole deal. You guys are great. Well, thank you. Let's see. What else we got here? What part of Great White North are you from? So again, some crosstalk. That's fine. Love the crosstalk. Chat it up. Chat it up on the side. We got some more wedding talk. Let me find. Oh, JPY's 23 cast strength is pretty rare. We are friendly to Americans because we aren't stupid. We know most of you Americans are armed. That's true. That is true. Not just the law enforcement type either. Mm-hmm. That one's a little woody for me, as you might expect if it's been in the barrel for 24 years. Yeah, that one's a little bit on the wood side, but I love the popcorn notes that are in there. Where's Scott and the Power Tools? Scott is on the road, so he is probably driving right now. He had a little trip. We'll be doing this one. I can't see it. I don't know if it shows up. I haven't even looked. I know it's got a white tab on it. That's all I got. I'll be going to that one in a second. Nothing to cleanse my palate. I forgot to grab a little bit of agua. Canadian Chris goes back to but then I'm okay. Still crossed up. No problem. Eric, wait. Sorry. Bart, even though you can see them, I already got the spammers. Sweet. Thank you. Keep getting them. Keep getting them. Keep getting the spammers. All right. Now I think we're caught up. Well, maybe not. Hold on. What do we got here? Happy to be watching. Well, thank you, Murphy. Thank you. And yes. Okay, we're good. Cool. So again, we're going to be talking about if you're a Patreon supporter or want to be, hello, little as $1 a month. I'm getting ready to send out the season's greetings, the happy holidays cards. We've got a great funny picture headed your way. Not this one. That one's 2019. Not that one. That one's 2018. 2020 was, or was it 21? We missed 1 year in there due to the pestilence. I don't want to get flagged, so I'm just saying pestilence. But we also got the American Gothic look. And then the one coming out this year is a true postcard. So everybody and their mama's going to see it as it moves through the mail. Everybody and their mama. I thought, you know what? We got to share this. I want postal carriers everywhere going, what in the heck is this? Who? Look at this. Look, Hemp Hill's got some weird friends. Look at this Hemp Hill guy. These are friends of his. Yeah, that's my fresh glass. So, yep, or Eric Waite, he'll be like, oh my goodness, what kind of Christmas holiday picture is this? Eric has strange whiskey friends. Yes, he does. So, if you want the card though, you've got to be a Patreon supporter, and you got to make sure your address is up to date and that it's in there. You're not required to put your address in, not for us. But if you want the card, of course, we've got to have the address. I just went through and looked at a couple today. They keep changing algorithms and stuff, and little, user unfriendly changes is what I call them. And it's totally fine. I can still get to the address page. I got to click around a little bit. Some people don't put it in. Totally fine. But if you want the card, make sure you go update and put your address in there. What is Mark saying here? Let me pop back off. I may have useless comments at times, but I'm not a spammer. We know that. We know. All right, so I'm coming in blind again on a second one. Now this one's a little darker, and I'm thinking, could this be an Oloroso Sherry Scotch? Sure could be, but if it's that dark, could be some kind of bourbon. Smells like a bourbon. A lot of oak in there. Astringent, dry oak. Almost like a Four Roses. Ooh, that's dry on the palate too, but flavorful. This one's punching high. Can't believe that other one's 69. I'm still saying that JP. The alcohol was bubbling off. I put this one up much higher. This is at least 54 plus. Yeah. Popcorns all over this. Popcorns and cream all in the finish. Yeah, the caramel corn and the kettle corn stretching out through. Definitely a bourbon. I couldn't get any closer to what I said. Ooh, Remus. Repeal Reserve, batch 5, 100 proof, so 50. I was close to that. Remus Repeal Reserve. I love the finish on this one. Soft and rounded, nice. A lot of these are still coming from the Beaver. I think the Beaver sends primarily, I bet you 60%, if not 70, very cool bourbons. But you can't tell because we got a mix from some other people that sent us samples too. Should we all guess what it is before you do? You could. And you'd probably get a better shot of being right than me, Canadian Chris. That one's very tasty. I love the kettle corn finish there is nice. So let's see. We'll hit it one last time and then I'll sip and just chat. So again, the main reason I came on here was I sent out a message to our Patreon viewers, update and or check or add your mailing address if you want our 2022 holiday card, Christmas card. There's the one from 2018, the very first one, where I'm pushing Scott on the swing, or he's pushing me. He's pushing me. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, I'm pushing him too. He's overly ecstatic. And then this was our horse riding foray in 2019, pre-pestilence. Pre-pestilence. This one's humorous. This one is a little more zoomed in. One single shot. There's no cavalcade of shots. It's one. It was so good, we just went with one shot. What is Sugar Cookie saying here? Remus is the MGP house brand. That's got both the high rye, low rye mash bills in it. Well, then that's why I like it right there. And I thought the house brand for MGP used to be something weird that I could never recall or state off the top of my head. It was like terrible combinations of two names. And they should have just put something out that little, you know what they should have put out? It should have said MGP high rye or no, 95.5 bold, 95.5. And I would have gone nuts. That would have sold too. 95.5. Everybody knew it. But they're not hiring me to do marketing. So what do I know? Man, I would have loved that though. If they had a huge bottle that said 95.5. Famous. I had a little wow last night. ECBC 17. Ooh, going back in time. Got to take a break from scotch every once in a while. Well, you ain't going wrong with the ECBP bottle wow, baby. That is my favorite. That's one that opened up bourbon for me. I couldn't pick out complexities. I still struggle with bourbon a little bit. I always like the rye and the punch and the pepper and the slapping you around, the aggressiveness of it. And in my bourbons, I've always leaned towards high rye bourbons as well. My main, it's not an issue, but my taste, my palate, I don't like the strong oak flavors, and I pick up a lot of that due to the virgin cask with the bourbon. And so that's just, bourbons were not always striking strong for me. Sipping Johnny Walker Blue, nice. Anna McAllen 15 after, good combo. Look at you doing a little combo. I love the rare breed. That's probably my second favorite. Wild Turkey's rare breed. Was enjoying rare breed over the holidays. Having a hard time saying rare breed for some reason. And had the strongest root beer notes I've ever had before. By the fifth sip or so, it kind of went away. Cool. I like to put a little Q in it. What's the sniper saying again? What whiskeys did you have on Thanksgiving? I had a Lagavulin 16. That's funny. I have the Glenmoe, as Scott says. I still say Glenmore on G. The Glenmoe Forest. You just saw the review we put out on that. That one is interesting to me. It just hits in such, well, that's the stick ash. The stick ash. There's my big quote. I wanted some stick ash on Thanksgiving. So I'm like, where else can you get stick ash than the Glenmoe Forest? And I actually like it. Those little botanical kind of notes that are in there, it does kind of feel like you're wandering through a forest. So I actually poured some of that Glenmoe Forest and really enjoyed it. I need a shirt. We need a shirt that just says stick ash. I like stick ash. Mm-hmm. So again, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. On a side note, and I won't go into it much, Scott never lets me do it. I'm a huge board game, yes, and role player. Hello, Uber nerd. And Free League out of Sweden just got in their brand new release of Blade Runner, the role playing game. So I've actually been doing a little bit of filming action on that on my other channel. So if anybody's out there that's super cool and wants to go to bonding with board games and RPGs, you know, big time, baby. That's my other show. Hello from Virginia, Carlos C. Well, hello, Carlos. Carlos C. I bet you that's like Carlos Cool. Mm-hmm. Watchman 99 or 99.99. I think you should have doubled up them nines. I like the double nine, the 99.99. That would have been a kicker. Gotta run. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy your week. See you later, Watchman. Still like your name, Watchman 999. I'm just saying the alliteration would have been 99.99. That's a lot of nines. So let's see. Any hints on this card? Well, I've given you the one that it's just a single shot. There's no montage. It is an actual postcard, yes. Although I still got to get it properly measured before I buy the postcard stamps. She said, don't make that mistake. You'll be stamping forever. I was like, got it. Hold on. Does the wife like the role play too? No, habs. You are sneaky. Be careful. The sniper will come in, think you're just one of them spammers coming in. Actually, she doesn't. She likes board games. She works with K-State, actually does a board gaming program that a professor there started. It's all about bringing families together around the table. Very old school, but she doesn't enjoy role-playing games. Hemp Hill had German whiskey called Smoky Monk. I think I heard you talk about that. Yes, you did. You had that in a comment that used beechwood smoke, flavor malt. Interesting stuff. Yeah, you really piqued my interest on that. On my board game show, I had a guy, come on, Wolfgang Klein, game designer, did this beautiful tactical system. He was he's still civilian involved with military, but he was retired naval guy. And he kept telling me, he actually poured, he had a little, I think it was Glencairn. He poured some Navy rum, German Navy rum. I'm like, what? He said, oh yeah, this gets issued on the ship. You Germans, look at you guys. And I'm like, man, I need to find me some German Navy rum. The whole pretense just sounded nice. I liked it. So yeah, I was sitting there thinking, if I ever go to Germany, which is where my great grandfather fled from because he didn't want to fight for the Kaiser, but if I ever travel back, I'll have to find that. My Chargers are losing versus the Arizona Cardinals, but I'm drinking some ECBP. 522B, 522. That'll always make everything better. And my father, Les Bijoux, what is this? Cigar. Oh, I don't know cigars. And his man cave. Nice. See, everything's great. Oh, yes. CC. Picked up. Oh, Regensburg. Sweet. Here's another test it. Nice. Cheers. Welsh Toro's in. Ola Bart and my pals in the chat. And then that'll start a bunch of hellos back. What's this with the Ardbeg? Someone open an Ardbeg to get Bart out of the rabbit hole. Velvet Elvis. Yeah, anytime the board games come, Scott starts to get the hook ready to pull me out, baby. Pull me out. Get me out of there. Velvet Elvis. Tom R, OG, baby. OG. Let's see how long we've been up and running. I think we will wrap this pretty soon. Oh, 29, almost a full 30 minutes. Not bad. I won't go too much longer. Cheers, Bart from NOLA. All right. New Orleans, sipping on some WB Saffel. Very nice. I like the Saffel. So, very cool. Let's see. That's about it. Had some cool police training last week. You know, they do simunitions, which is they have guns that are real guns that shoot paint bullets. The good thing in this training was I did not get hit anytime. Now, this one they set up, it was a little easier. There were you could win scenarios. Whoa, hey, you had a light on there. I don't blind you. There was one year where we were in it all day. So all day you're working through scenarios, progressing up, active shooter type stuff. And I'd gotten hot and I was wearing long sleeves because if you take some of these simunition rounds, it's like paintball. If you take them flush on your skin, they do a little damage. But I got hot. So I took that long sleeve shirt off. And then it turned out I went into one of the worst scenarios there was, and I made a bad move, and I got stitched up my arm with these. And one of them was bleeding, and they hurt. And I came out of that scenario, and there happened to be a very, very nice detective. She'd been on a long time, longer than me, but she saw my wounds and was like, "Oh my God, I haven't been through your scenario yet." And I said, you don't want to do it. And she's like, "You have to do all the scenarios." I go, "Don't do what I did. Clear your doorways before you move past them." Lesson learned. Lesson learned the hard way through pain. I didn't clear a doorway, moved past it. I got lit up. Well, there's usually an expletive, up. So, and I paid the price. Better to learn that way than the real way. I wouldn't have been able to hold my gun. I could barely hold it the way it was. I got lit up. Whew. It was an interesting learning lesson. The look on her face and made it worth it. She was like, "I don't think I've been in your scenario yet." Like, "Yep, you haven't." Oh, painting the team red just took on a different meaning. Oh, yeah. Yep, might have been blue. I think I got hit by blue. Paint the whiskey way. Sounds good. All right, I'm going to go into a slow roll shutdown here, but I'll hammer it on again. I've already sent out the messages. So if you're a Patreon supporter, you've already gotten like a little message from the dummies on there. Just reminding you, check your address, make sure it's current, up to date. We're going to be sending the cards out. I'm going to start addressing them probably next weekend. My wife's going to help me. I told her, "Hey, let's role play and address some cards." So she's going to help me do that. And then we're going to stamp them and we're going to send them out. And every once in a while, every year, we always get some that bounce back. That's fine. Not everybody's going to catch the message. Not everybody's going to catch the show. And it's a great time that if you see this and you want to become a supporter, just to get the cards, baby, you can come into Patreon, search up Scotch Test Dummies. You can support for as little as $1 a month. I know everybody in here already knows that, but you do that, you get some Christmas cheer. And everybody along the way is going to see it. So they're going to know you got some goofy friends. This is a goofy photo, I'm telling you. I'll give you one other little clue. It does have our stamp on it. So our dummy stamp, you know, Scott loves that shirt. That's his favorite shirt. So we got that dummy stamp right on there. So it's like, you know, that holiday card's got the Christmas dummy stamp, Scotch Test dummy stamp of approval on it. So there's another little hint. Mm-hmm. Once it goes out and everybody's had a chance to see it, I'll end up flashing it up. That way people are like, "Wow, that's kind of neat." And usually I've over purchased in past years. I may have done it just perfectly this time. I think I got about 20 left over, but we've already handed some out to like some cop buddies and stuff that like to post them on their cork board. Old school, baby, cork boards. All right, let's see. Last ones. Hello, my friends. Distilled, brewed, and reviewed. Love it. Welsh Toro. My stuff. Oh, wandered off of it. Hold on. My stuff is good. So I'm expecting one big boy. Must have missed some crosstalk there. Meow. Sugar kitty. Cheers, buddy. Yep, perfectly done. Perfectly done. All right, I'm going to call it right there. Thanks for being present. We still got tons of folks in. Hope again you had a happy Thanksgiving. If you did any Blade Runner role playing like I did, Velvet Elvis, then you probably had a great time as you sipped your whiskey. So, scotch it, you Scotch gods, and Solancha dummies. See you guys later. Again, thanks and enjoy the holidays. Fun, fun, fun. We'll let the little thing wind